Tell us about your internships and how you landed them, because I think this is a really important conversation in this podcast.
Yeah, so I started, like I said, I started working full time, well, half part time, my first semester of my junior year. And I found that first internship on the school job posting website, which a lot of people don't know is there. They go to work at restaurants and they think that's the first option that they have, or retail. But the school has amazing resources that I only tapped into just a little bit. But they have this job posting website just for students. It's not allowed for anyone else. And it is on campus jobs, off campus jobs, but they're really for good experience. So there are jobs working for professors, stuff like that. So I found this internship. It was right when I started taking safety electives, and the internship said safety intern on the job posting website. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's for me. So I clicked on it and I applied and I got the interview and I got the internship, mostly, well, just because I had safety classes. Safety is a very unique and very niche field. And so when you have classes or you have experience in that, it looks really good. So I found that.
And that
Um,
was local there in the college town, correct? And you had an internship while you were taking college classes. It wasn't a summer internship. Is that right?
Correct. Yes. Yes, I took that while I was taking classes. So I would work, or I'd go to class in the morning, I'd work all afternoon, or I would have Fridays off and just work all day Fridays. So I was super busy, but I was also blessed that that was an internship that was local. I didn't have to go travel, stay anywhere, and I could work it while I was taking classes. And it was a normal, like 9 to 5 job to where I didn't have to work nights or weekends, which that was a huge blessing. So I loved that internship, and they wanted to keep me throughout the summer, but I kind of had bigger plans for myself. I knew that I wanted to check out a different field. I was searching online for so many different internships. I really didn't know what else to do. I kind of failed at going to job fairs, and I would call you, Dad, and be like, this job fair is going terrible. I don't know who to talk to. And there really weren't anyone that was there for safety, environmental health and safety interns. It was all science and conservation and stuff like that. So when you have a kind of niche field that you've already set your eyes on, it's kind of harder to find internships. But I was relentless and I looked online
Yes, you were.
for months and months. And in November of 2017, I found a internship online for Ingersoll Rand. It is a manufacturing company for many different types of things, but this specific site manufactured air conditioning units. And I had no idea who Ingersoll Rand was. I had heard of them, kind of heard that they were high up in the industry. And so I applied to it, as I applied to over 30 or 40 other internships. And it was kind of in the back of my head. Didn't really remember who they were. They gave me a call and said, hey, this is, XYZ from, Ingersoll Rand. We'd like to talk to you about the environmental health and safety internship. And I, first of all, had to scramble, open up my laptop and say, oh my gosh, who is this that I applied to? Because that's the biggest thing. My biggest tip when applying for internships is write notes about the places that you applied to, if there's any names from that company that were on the posting, just so you have, that information in your head when you're talking to them. Mm-hmm. But the reason why I got that internship for such a large company is because I had previous internship experience. A lot of people will shoot for those big internships immediately and not have any other experience. So it was really a blessing that I had the smaller local internship. And the only reason I got that internship was having previous experience. There were other people that applied for it, but I was the only one who had previous internship experience. So most large companies like that, all their interns, they want to have previous internship experience.
Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that summer internship there with Ingersoll Rand.
Yeah, so that was a huge experience for me. I had to move to a different city I'd never been to before, Tyler, Texas, way out in East Texas. And so I stayed there for all summer, and it was the most fast-paced learning experience I've ever had. You're in a manufacturing site. There's assembly lines going by. There's over 2,000 people that work there. So having to learn all of that in such a short amount of time was just amazing. But I learned so much in that amount of time that it was literally the best experience, one of the best experiences of my life.
And you also extended your summer internship with Ingersoll Rand and worked for them for one semester in your senior year. Tell us about that and how that happened. So you were
Yeah,
working
okay.
virtually while you were finishing up your degree.
I did, yes. So I was able to show a lot of value in that summer internship, and I implemented a few things for that site that made a few things, especially environmental health and safety processes and reporting, a lot more efficient. And that was stuff that I was converting a lot of their reporting, their manual reporting onto an online platform. And so they extended me an offer, and it was kind of my idea. So don't be afraid to be bold.
Yeah, you proposed it, right?
I did, yes. I was joking around with my boss and his boss, and they were saying, "Oh, we're gonna miss you whenever you go back to school." And I said, "You don't have to miss me. You can keep me on." I was just kind of joking around, and but I was saying it kind of seriously, and they accepted it, and they were like, "You know what? I think we can do this." So I was the first. I was the first intern that they extended that offer to, and it was my idea. So don't be afraid to be bold and say things to your boss and their boss, and they'll respect you for it,
Hmm.
within reason, of course. But I told them, you know what, I can help out when I go back to school. I'm looking to work anyway, and I can do all of these reports for you and do a lot of things virtually. So they sent me back to college with a work laptop and a work phone, and they said, you can do all this stuff for us from college, then we accept it. And so I worked that last semester of my senior year for them virtually, from my college apartment, which was such a great gig. And
Hmm.
because of that, they extended the full-time offer to me.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think you've had one of the best internship stories that I've ever heard, and I want other people to hear that.